Okay, this movie is to demonstrate how to add color to a pencil sketch. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm in Photoshop, I'm going to go open the file. And what you need to watch out for is if your scan or the image you opened up says gray in the top bar here, that means it's a grayscale image. Therefore, you cannot apply colors to this image. So the first thing we need to do is get it into a color mode. And the color mode we need is RGB. So we're going to change the color mode of this image. So I'm going to go to Image, Mode, and RGB. So it happens just like that. It looks the same, but we now have a color image. Even though it still looks grayscale, we can tell in the top title bar it says RGB. So there we go. Step one. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at our layers. So when we open this image up, the first thing it's going to come up as a background layer. So we want to get this background layer into a normal user layer. To do that, we just double click on it in between the word background and the lock. That brings up this dialog box. So I'm just going to call this artwork and hit OK. And now that layer is converted to a regular user layer. And the last thing we're going to do is put it in multiply mode so that colors that we create underneath it show through. So I'm going to switch the layer mode from normal to multiply. And now nothing appears to have happened, but that's the mode we need it in order to underlay some colors. So now it's all set up. I can lock that layer and not go back to it. So to add color, I'm going to create a new layer. Call this Colors. And now we have our colors layer. So what you're going to want to do is you always want the artwork sitting on top. So I'm going to take the artwork layer and throw it up above the colors layer. Now to add color, I click on the colors layer. I pick the color I want. Pick a red. And make sure you're on this layer when you're painting. And now we can grab my paintbrush. The bracket keys to make the brush larger, and I can start painting. Make that. So what you should see happening is your color should be getting added to the image, and the artwork should show through. You can change the color. Give Wolverine a stripe here, and carry on. Now if you happen to go out of the lines and you need to fix something up, just go to your eraser. And again, it uses a brush. So now you can just go back and remove any excess if you've gone outside of the lines. And there you have it. So basically you have your top layer, which is your artwork, your drawing, and you have your colors. The colors are just in normal mode, and then the artwork just overlays the color. And that's about it. You can create other layers to add colors if you want, or you can keep them all on one layer. It doesn't really matter.